This is one of the biggest questions when it comes to Warzone, right? Is 2020 considered pro, and is that the best way to use sensitivity? Or should you use the lower 4.4s, 5.5s, low zoom, low sensitivity? And is that considered noob? Well, let's jump into that. So I'm gonna be talking about some things that are good while using low sense and why a lot of people use it, and then some good things and why you should use high sense, and then at the end, you'll figure out which one is better for you. So there's a reason why most of the pros use low sense. Reason being is it helps you with your accuracy and it helps control the recoil. But why? Everybody just tells you the same thing. Everybody's like, yeah, low zooms helps you with the recoil, but why is this actually? Well, let me put this in simpler terms. Let's say you've got somebody that's 4.4 sensitivity and you got another person that is 20/20 sensitivity, right? You both grab your aim. Now, you move your aim just a little bit to the right. I mean, you barely touch it. With the 20/20 sensitivity, you're gonna be moving a lot more to the right than you will be with the lower sensitivity. So what does this mean? This means that with the higher sensitivity, you have a lower margin of error. If you move your finger just a tiny little bit extra, you're gonna miss your aim. Now, when it comes to low sensitivity, if you move your aim a little bit extra, it's not gonna affect that much because the sensitivity is low that it doesn't really affect those subtle movements. So you have to move your thumb a lot more. And now it's just with everything in the world, the more precise you have to be with your fingers, well, the harder it is to control. So if you're using 20/20, you cannot afford any mistakes because if you move it just a little bit too much, you will be out of your aim. Now, why would you want to use 20/20 sense, right? It's not that people can't control it, right? You can control it. If you're really good at precise movement and all this, then you can definitely control that. Or you can have, let's say, like 20/20 sensitivity, but then with the ADS, with the low and high zoom, you change it up a little bit and you make it a little bit slower. Same thing with the low sensitivity. Just to remember again, that's the benefit of playing Warzone, that they have the ADS high and low zoom, so you can change that accordingly. But now let's go back into why high zoom will be better. And reason being is, yes, you can definitely flick. If somebody's shooting you from behind, you could definitely flick them. If you're running and all of a sudden you got a guy that just jumps right in front of you like a bunny rabbit, and you can turn around and you can beam the guy, you can turn on people. That is how they basically call it in this game. But this is the magical question right here, right? This is the magical question, and this one should answer everything. What do you do more when you're playing Warzone? Are you getting shot from behind most of the time and you want to 180 people? Is there bunny rabbits from every single doorway you pass just jumping right in front of you? Or are you most of the time shooting at somebody that's in front of you because you spotted him, whether he be close range, whether he be medium range, long range? But what are you doing most in the game? Now, I don't know about you guys, but most of the game, I'm shooting at people that are in front of me, right? I don't have a need to 360 and then shoot it, or 180 and shoot the guy behind me. I don't really have a need for that. Again, maybe it's the case for you, but usually when you're playing this game, you're shooting at somebody that's in front of you. So if you're most of the time, that's what you're doing, then you want to focus those settings on the thing that you're doing the most, right? So that's why, again, if you're shooting at people in front of you, you want to make sure that your accuracy and your recoil control is on point. Now, again, one of the good things about doing low zoom is that when you start at low zoom, you can kind of like raise it up a little bit, right? And then play according. Let's say you start at 4.4, then you keep increasing because you feel better, and you can keep increasing it a little bit. But the thing is, like, starting at 20/20 is just like really weird. It's just like going all crazy. All right, so if you want to start on something, definitely if you're a new player, I suggest you go low sensitivity. Again, a lot easier to control and just a lot better. And again, most of the time you ain't gonna be 360 people, 180 people that they're shooting you from behind. And nowadays, with today's Warzone meta and the low TTK, if somebody's shooting you from behind, unless he is the biggest potato you've heard in your entire life, then yeah. But now a lot of people have this problem, right? They're like, yeah, I like low zoom, low sense, because I can aim good and this feels good and I can control my recoil amazing. But when I'm playing the game, I feel slow sometimes. I feel like I'm carrying rocks on me and I can't move fast. Well, that I will tell you, control freaks definitely help out a lot, right? There's a couple other things that you can use to increase that sensitivity, but increasing that sensitivity while still maintaining the precision is control freaks. They just help you out a lot. I mean, they do. They're amazing. For control freaks allowed me to go, I was started at like 4.4, 5.5, 6.6 was like my max. When I got control freaks, it allowed me to be at 9.9. And 9.9, I think it's really, really good. It's just like you can move fast enough, right? But you can still control the recoil really good. You can have amazing accuracy. I have not had any issues with that one so forever. Now let's talk about the best low zoom sensitivity, right? Because it seems to be the clear winner here. I would recommend you maybe to start like at a 3.3, 4.4, something like that. Like if you're just barely starting, and your ADS, I always have my low zoom a little bit lower than my high zoom. That's just me because I like snapping on people when I'm sniping. Usually you would have your low zoom a little bit higher, again, if you're not that main of a sniper player. But again, start around 3.3, 4.4, and the time that it usually takes you to fully dominate and control a one sensitivity is about 2 to 3 weeks, depending again on how much time you play. I usually took about like 3 weeks to 4 weeks on one sensitivity, and I play this game a lot, and then I will go on for the next one. You just want to really, really master that sensitivity. A lot of people just move their sensitivity all over the place, change this, change that, this one sucks, this one's too slow. But just do remember, play a bunch of games with it. Don't play with the sensitivity for like one game and say this shit sucks ass, and then from 4.4 you go like to 7.7, and then you switch back to 3.3, and then you go back to 6.6. No, that ain't gonna work. Grab 4.4, switch a low zoom and a high zoom, and stick that for a week, and then see how it feels. And ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that answers your question, whether a noob or a pro uses 20/20 or 4.4. Peace out, everybody.